This is why many elderly people will not live past 82. If you are old, you need to see this now. Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to our channel, where we share heartfelt advice and wisdom for living a healthy, joyful, and meaningful life as we age. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, your friend and guide, here to have a heart-to-heart with you, just like we're sitting together over a cup of coffee. Today, I want to talk about something serious but incredibly important. Why many elderly people don't live past 82, and more importantly, what you can do right now to make sure you're not one of them. If you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, or beyond, this video is for you. I'm not here to scare you, but to empower you in knowledge, practical tips, and a little bit of tough love. Aging is a beautiful journey, but it comes with challenges we can't ignore. So grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's dive into this together. By the end of this video, you'll have clear, actionable steps to live longer, healthier, and happier. Let's get started. 1. The hard truth about aging. Let's start with the elephant in the room. Why do so many people not make it past 82? The truth is, it's not just about genetics or luck. While those play a role, the biggest factors are things we can control: our lifestyle, our mindset, and how we take care of our bodies and minds. According to the CDC, the average life expectancy in the U.S. is around 78 years, but many don't even reach that. Why? Because as we age, small habits, good or bad, compound over time. Think about it like a savings account. If you put a little money in every day, it grows. But if you keep withdrawing without depositing, you'll end up with nothing. Your health is the same way. By the time we hit our 60s or 70s, the choices we made in our 40s and 50s start showing up. Let me share a story about my patient, Tom. Tom was 68 when he came to me, overweight, stressed, and on medication for high blood pressure. He loved his burgers and fries, rarely exercised, and thought, I'll deal with my health later. But later caught up with him when he had a heart scare. Thankfully, Tom turned things around, and I'll tell you how later in this video. 2. The biggest culprits holding you back. So, what's stopping so many of us from living past 82? Let's break it down. A. Neglecting physical health. First, let's talk about our bodies. As we age, our metabolism slows, our muscles weaken, and our joints get stiffer. But here's the thing. You don't have to accept that as your fate. One of the biggest reasons people don't live longer is because they stop moving. The American Heart Association says that just 150 minutes of moderate exercise a week, think brisk walking, swimming, or gardening, can lower your risk of heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. But I get it. Exercise can feel daunting. Maybe your knees hurt, or you're tired after a long day. I had a patient, Susan, who was 72 and hadn't exercised in years. She started with just 10 minutes of stretching every morning and slowly worked up to walking her dog for 30 minutes a day. Within 6 months, she lost 15 pounds, her energy skyrocketed, and she felt 10 years younger. You don't need to run marathons. Just move a little every day. Another issue is diet. I'm not going to let you to eat kale every day, but processed foods, sugary drinks, and too much salt are silently harming you. Heart disease is the #1 killer for seniors, and diet plays a huge role. Try this. Swap one unhealthy snack for a piece of fruit or a handful of nuts. Small changes add up. B. Ignoring mental health. Next, let's talk about your mind. Loneliness and stress are silent killers. Studies show that social isolation can increase your risk of death by up to 30%. As we age, we might lose friends, retire, or feel less connected. I've seen this with so many patients. My patient, Linda, was 75 and lived alone after her husband passed. She stopped going out, stopped calling friends, and her health declined. When we worked together, she joined a local book club and started volunteering at a community center. It wasn't just her mood that improved. Her blood pressure dropped, and she started sleeping better. Your mental health matters. Call a friend, join a club, or even try online communities. And don't be afraid to seek help if you're feeling down. Therapy isn't just for young people. It's for anyone who wants to live fully. C. Skipping preventive care. Another big mistake. Avoiding the doctor. I know, nobody loves when a doctor, but regular checkups can catch problems early. High blood pressure, cholesterol, and even early signs of cancer can often be managed if caught in time. The National Institute on Aging recommends annual screenings for things like blood pressure, cholesterol, and colonoscopies after age 50. I'll never forget my patient, Robert. He was 70 and hadn't seen a doctor in years because he felt fine. When he finally came in, we found he had high cholesterol and early signs of diabetes. With medication and lifestyle changes, he's now 78 and hiking with his grandkids. Don't wait for a problem to force you into action. D. Losing purpose. Finally, let's talk about purpose. One of the biggest reasons people don't live long is that they lose their why. When you retire or your kids move out, it's easy to feel like you're just drifting. Research from Harvard shows that people with a sense of purpose live longer and have lower rates of depression. Take my patient, Margaret. At 80, she felt like her life was over after retiring from teaching. But then she started tutoring kids at her local library. Suddenly, she had a reason to get up every morning. She's now 86 and still going strong. Find something that lights you up, whether it's volunteering, gardening, or learning a new skill. 3. Practical steps to live longer and better. Now, let's get to the good stuff. What you can do today to live past 82 and thrive. I'm going to share 5 simple, realistic steps. Step 1. Move your body every day. You don't need a gym membership. Start with a 10-minute walk around your neighborhood. If you have a dog, take them for an extra loop. If you like music, dance in your living room. The goal is consistency, not perfection. Aim for 20 to 30 minutes most days. And don't forget strength training. Lifting light weights or even using water bottles can keep your muscles strong. Step 2. Eat for longevity. Focus on whole foods, vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, and whole grains. Try the plate method. Half your plate should be veggies, a quarter protein, and a quarter carbs. Limit processed foods and sugary desserts to once or twice a week. And drink water. Dehydration is a sneaky problem as we age. Step 3. Stay connected. Make a list of 3 people you haven't talked to in a while and call one of them this week. Join a local group. Churches, community centers, or even online forums are great places to meet people. If you're shy, start small. Even chatting with your neighbor can make a difference. Step 4. Prioritize sleep. Sleep is when your body repairs itself, but many seniors struggle with it. Aim for 7 to 8 hours a night. Create a bedtime routine. Turn off screens an hour before bed. Keep your room cool and dark, and avoid caffeine in the afternoon. If you're still struggling, talk to your doctor. Sleep apnea is common in older adults and treatable. Step 5. Find your purpose. Ask yourself, what makes me happy? Maybe it's spending time with grandkids, painting, or helping others. Set a small goal this week, like signing up for a class or volunteering. Having something to look forward to keeps you young. For a word on mindset, before we wrap up, I want to talk about mindset. Aging isn't easy, but it's also a privilege. Every wrinkle, every gray hair is a badge of a life well lived. Don't let society tell you that getting older means slowing down or fading away. You are still vibrant, capable, and full of potential. One of my favorite quotes is from Maya Angelou. You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. Choose to live boldly. Choose to take care of yourself. Choose to believe that your best days are still ahead. My friends, living past 82 isn't about luck. It's about choices. You have the power to change your health, your mindset, and your future. Starting today, I've shared stories of people like Tom, Susan, Linda, Robert, and Margaret who took small steps and saw big results. You can do this too. Here's my challenge for you. Pick one thing from this video to try this week. Maybe the daily walk, calling a friend, or scheduling that doctor's appointment you've been putting off. Leave a comment below and tell me what you're going to do. I read every single one, and I'm cheering you on. If you found this video helpful, please give a thumbs up and share it with someone you care about. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss our weekly tips for living your best life. Thank you for spending this time with me. You are stronger than you know, and I believe in you. Until next time, Keep shining, keep growing, and keep living with purpose. I'll see you soon.